Hafade, and good morning, everybody. I'm Jason Salas here at the University of Guam, our very familiar stomping grounds, and you are streaming us live on Facebook right now or YouTube, and you're watching Crime Time. Thank you, as always, for starting your day the KWM way. We have a fascinating topic, so let's get right to it today. Because this is Crime Time, we have our friend, the Sarge, Paul Tapao, is here. Good morning, Sarge.
Hafade, and welcome again, and thank you for having us again for this beautiful segment.
Okay, well, we can say thank you to our alumni UOG for having us back here. You know, it's amazing they still let us in the building sometimes.
Times have changed, but we got to evolve with the changes, and we got to be able to adapt and overcome. So, it's a great opportunity for us to be here again.
Well, after the live stream, probably Paul, myself, and Asha, who's running the camera, will go over to the cafeteria and maybe go grab a raspberry tea like we used to back in the day. But we have more pressing issues to get to right now. I have some friends of mine right now. Cliff with 4-H Guam with UOG. Hafade, Cliff.
Hafade.
Thank you. And of course, Action. A man of action right now, doing a lot of stuff, and I love that logo right there, the Micronesia, and we,
Micronesia.
All right, so thank you guys, and we want to talk about the efforts right now to say weaving the Micronesia Islands together. We're in a time right now where there's great change socially. There's a little bit of tension right now because of some very unfortunate situations that maybe just happened just a stone's throw away here in Mingilao. But you guys are actually spearheading the effort to make sure that all Pacific cultures and all people from all Micronesia, we all come together as one. We nip these problems right in the bud, and we make sure that we can all just celebrate as one big family. So what have you guys got going on today?
So later on today in the afternoon, around 4:30, at the intersection of the Old Flea Market in Dedido, we've kind of put together a unity wave, weaving the islands together from Micronesia. The whole concept of it was to bring everyone together and to show unity through a wave to the people of Guam here on island. And what better way to do it is the busiest time of the day when people are heading home. All the cars are on the road trying to get home quick, but showing the people how we can unite in just a small aspect and such short time too. So
okay, and I know a lot of people are probably saying, look, that's something I'm really in favor of. I would really love to support it, but do I need an invite? Do I have to be part of a particular organization, or can I just come and stand and wave with you guys all as one?
Oh, definitely. No, you do not have to be a part of any organization. We definitely highly recommend anybody who's free at that time at 4:30 to please feel free to stop by 4:30, like I said, at the intersection of the Old Flea Market in Dedido.
All right, thank you, bro. Okay, and Cliff, I must say I am really pleased and honored to actually see members of the 4-H Club be back on Guam, because when Paul and I were growing up, and we're old guys at this point and everything, 4-H was a organization that was always on TV, and it was an organization whose roots were in service, in friendship, and in making sure that good things were done in the community. So what are you guys doing to get involved?
In fact, we're working together to create a unity, and 4-H is coming in with a support on positive youth development program, teaching life skills, teaching character building. We always want to work with other organizations like CPD and from Micronesian Resource Center. The weaving of the Micronesian is a belief that we have it in the long time ago. It takes a community to raise a child. It takes a community to address any issues. It's not a particular ethnic group issue. It's everybody's issue.
Yes, crime affects each and every one of us, regardless of who did it, very appropriately said. And you know what? Little known fact, our very own Chris Barnett at KUM, he is an alumni of 4-H on Guam. So he spent a lot of his youth doing that, and he says that he still has a lot of the fundamentals that 4-H taught him about service, about caring, about being selfless. He carries those with him today.
Okay, thank you very much.
Okay, Sarge, we're in this beautiful campus right now. It's too nice of a day not to walk around. So let's do a walk and talk, and let's figure out, as far as GPD, you guys have organized this event. You've invited the community. How is it putting these things together? Because certainly, if you guys put in a little bit of work as far as law enforcement, this goes a long way, and it makes your job easier.
Yeah, it does. Part of our efforts is to really deploy our community-oriented policing strategy, and one of the beautiful things about it is it allows officers like myself and my team to actually go out into the community and really engage and be a part of the community, address issues that may affect the community as a whole, and understanding how we can actually address these issues, pretty much dealing with crimes associated within our beautiful island of Guam. And again, the partnership with everybody that's here today, it was really the brainchild at one of the town hall meetings that we had in Mingilao. And, Cliff actually brought up a great idea by organizing and connecting all the resources that we have and utilizing the resources to address the community issue. our goal is to really break away from the stereotype of ethnic backgrounds or ethnic cultures that crime affects or people that are engaged in crime. Because when you really look at it, if you take the names, you take the faces out, there is no prejudice when it comes to crime. Crime affects everybody. The Chamorros, the Filipinos, our partners from, our families from Chuk, from Bilao, and everybody are affected by crime, regardless of what happened. And, the efforts that they put forth by putting together a steering committee in addressing how can we grasp and get a handle of what's going on is really by unifying and formulating an action plan and how we're going to execute, when we're going to execute, and what target audience are we going to execute our plan to. And with this town hall meetings that we've been having, we've been capturing a lot of the frequency hits, such as the youth, such as family, such as faith-based, such as addiction. So these are the areas in which we are going to tackle together as an action team moving forward.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so speaking of action, very nice segue there. Yeah, action from a youth perspective. You do a lot of work with young people. You do a lot of work with athletic groups and everything like that. What is the message that you try and get across that says, "Hey, I realize there's a little bit of an unfair stigma upon certain ethnic groups over here. That doesn't affect." Or that's not the impression that we want. That's not how everybody is and everything like that.
Yeah.
What message do you try and get across to young people and say, be proud of who you are, but also you have a responsibility to represent well?
Definitely. The message that I try to share with the next generation coming up is don't afraid to be different. That's definitely something I feel is not challenged enough here. Just from what I've noticed, and everyone's used to, I'll follow them because they're doing that, or I'll do this because they're doing that. But be afraid to say no to things. Don't be afraid to say no to things. And just be different. Be true to yourself. And that's what I try to share with a lot of the young FAS youth here on Guam, is that just because your friends are doing this doesn't mean you have to. And the consequences are bad, so why follow that? Be different. Don't be afraid to lose people in your life. And that's one thing that I also shared to the youth too, is don't be afraid to lose certain people, the bad blood in your so-called circle, because eventually if you keep holding on to that, a lot of the times it's going to take you to the wrong path and make wrong decisions. And that's why I said, I can't say enough how important it's been for me to be different. Especially I've had to lose a lot of friends because I knew certain situations or certain decisions that they were doing, I knew was going to lead me to a wrong path. And that's where I try to emphasize with these young kids now, is that don't be afraid to say no to things that it's going to turn to a bad situation. It's just emphasizing that be different, and a lot of the times just staying true to yourself. So,
and of course you have sports is who you are. That's one side of who you are. Yeah. You've got a lot of things about yourself. You're a man of faith, you're a man of athletics, and sports is one thing which and Paul has said this many times, as a former, can I say former athlete, Sarge?
Yeah. Part-time athlete, off season right now, as you can see.
Yeah, but sports is one thing. If you've got game, that transcends culture, ethnicity, age, and everything like that. If you've got a passion for competing, it doesn't matter if I'm 25 and you're 40, if we come from different backgrounds, if we went to different schools, if you went to private school, I went to public school. If we both have a passion to play sports, that's what unifies us. Yeah, so how do you use sports as a vehicle to make a message of peace?
Man, with sports, I've always believed in the power of sports. That's definitely something that, if it wasn't for sports, I probably wouldn't be in the position I'm in today. Just that being said, is because the lessons that it learns, from discipline to respect to unity within the sports as a team, and then of course being competitive. And that's what I feel like is important to have in life, is being able to compete and being able, which is there's good competition and bad competition. And the good competition that you learn from sports is definitely what's gotten me in the position today. And that's where also can help a lot of the youth here, that they think that they're not as good. I've always believed, if you have a body, you're an athlete. It doesn't matter how tall, how short, how big, how skinny. You have a body, you're an athlete. You're capable of many things.
Well, I have probably disproved that theory, but that's way back.
No, I still believe that till today. So if with sports, I truly believe it's something that can definitely connect youth the best way, fastest way here on Guam. Because if you look at it, I can guarantee about 90% of the FAS youth here on Guam are into sports. And if it's not sport, they love to come and just get together to communicate and talk to each other or yeah, just come together to associate with each other during sports programs and sporting events.
Well, and I like the one thing you said before I bring Cliff back into this is the one thing you said is any true athlete and any true competitor, you have respect for your opponent. You know, you can talk a little bit of smack and you can be very competitive and everybody wants to win.
Yeah, leave it all on the battlefield. And
But the highest compliment you can give your opponent is to show him the ultimate respect for yourself, for your opponent, and for your teammates.
Most definitely, definitely.
And that's why we're here today. So, Cliff, when it comes to respect, that's a big part of any Pacific Island culture, especially in Micronesia. You know, we have love, we have hospitality, and we have respect. So, how do you actually educate people on being able to show that respect for yourself, for your family, for your church, and for other people on this island that we all share?
You know, respect is one of the high values that we, as a Micronesian, practice. But respect really starts from home. The parents need to start nurturing and building that respect as a value, and then it transforms to the neighbor, it transforms to the community, and it transforms to church. Mm-hmm. So respect is pretty much a basic fundamental that starts at home. Mm-hmm. Then as a community, then we need to start promoting that. Mm-hmm. And respect is not only about a person, it's about the community. Mm-hmm. And if we have a respect, then we respect one another to promote unity, to promote diversity. And diversity is not pretty much a bad thing. It's you put a lot of different skills in one area, such like this Micronesian group in Guam. And Guam is very fortunate for that.
Absolutely agree. And of course, the one thing about respect, and I'm sure Sarge, you would agree, is especially coming from a Guamanian background, is respect is earned. Yes. You know, everybody loves having respect, and it's one thing, you carry that with you the rest of your life, but you have to earn that privilege.
Yeah, absolutely. I practice that motto every single day. I don't ask people to give me the respect. I give that respect first and everything. And, one thing great about this initiative in which we've actually forged is that we have a common ground, and that's culture, tradition, and customs that each island has. Whether it be from Guam, whether it be from Chuk, whether it be from Palau, Yap, we all have that cultural value of respect. And whether it be my traditional way of respecting my elders, respecting my family and everything, or as it mirrors or echoes throughout the Pacific, this is where we need to harness. This is what we have to do as a Pacific island to come forward to address the issues and what we're facing in the community. And this is where we're going to work with 4-H. This is where we're going to work with our nonprofit partners, such as Micronesian Resource Center, such as Minyalo, such as our faith-based groups, in identifying how can we deploy the common word of respect, the common value of respect, and understanding what we can do and spread that and let it resonate throughout the community. And I think it's important that we share that with the community, because once we have addressed that, once we found a way or developed a vehicle to drive that into everything that we're doing, then we can actually address the issues. Then we can actually tackle the hard subjects such as crime, such as drugs, such as addiction, such as theft, such as domestic violence, and letting this be the vehicle or the fuel that's going to drive us. This is a perfect time. It's unfortunate that certain situations will develop, and great things will come up from it. We're not going to let this bring the island down. The situation that happened, we'll never forget it. We're going to use that to address and how we can actually bring something positive out of this. Mm-hmm. And it really has, whether it be the work of God, whether it be the work of fellowship, whether it be the work of man, working together and understanding what we need to do. The professionalism that we have here, the team that that has been developed, we're going to bring forth to the community. And, this is a perfect marriage, because I've been doing my initiative, partnering with Micronesian Resource Center. 4-H has been doing their initiative. And now we have a steering committee that's going to direct, in which we can all move in one direction and find the common solution for the issues that we're facing.
Mm-hmm. Okay, and gentlemen, I'd like to ask you to just join here, because I just realized something that, we started in the halls of academia back there, but we're ending very symbolically here as we wrap up our live stream in what is essentially here at UOG hallowed ground. We're ending, speaking of respect, we're ending in front of these very wonderful latte stones, which is the symbol of respect in Guamanian culture. This is something that everybody can appreciate, everybody has respect for and reverence for. And I guess what Sarge was just saying is, Great moments, gentlemen, come from great opportunities. And this is an opportunity for us to come together to make real positive change in our community. So we'd like to invite everybody to come out to participate in the Weaving Micronesia Together event at the Wave. Everybody is invited. You don't have to belong, as Action was just saying, you don't have to belong to a particular organization. You're all welcome. Hello.
Hey,
Good morning.
This is the Upward Bound kids. We've actually invited them
Okay,
to
come
see
on
what
over,
we do.
guys.
So we can close out with the opportunity.
Absolutely. All right, Upward Bound.
Jace, we found a common interest, and that's working with the kids, right? Working with the youth, working with young adults, and this is where our platform is going to take us. Is really working with the youth. As if you haven't figured it out, Action works closely with the youth. 4-H works really directly with the youth, and our efforts work in hand with the youth. And
Yeah, come on in, guys.
working the greater team.
Everybody better wave to Facebook. We're live on Facebook right now.
We've
We say Facebook. Everybody perks up.
we've invited the kids from.
Wait, get ready, Facebook.
We've invited them to actually partake in this Unity Wave. As you can see, the diverse faces that we have here, the different cultures and stuff. This is where it's going to start. It's working with the kids. It's working with the future. It's working with the generation that's going to guide this island into a better, prosperous, direction of where we're going to go. And this is like I said, this is a movement that's gonna bring the island forward. So Cliff, Action, and the team, and of course everybody in the community. This is an opportunity which we need to take a part of.
I remember, like we just said, our ancestors are looking at us right now with these laddie stones. They would be very, very proud if we extend some island hospitality. Make sure to come out for the Wave. That's going to be at 4:30, Sarge?
Yes, 4:30 at.
At the old flea market next to on the that's
Route 1 and 27. Yeah,
In
so-
Dedido.
Yeah, so we're bringing families from Bela, we're bringing families from Chuk, we're bringing these 5 members from the Upward Bound, the University of Guam's Upward Bound. Our future leaders, they're going to be out there. It really is solidarity, unity, in which we're trying to project. And we're going to let this be the driving force. And all the negativity that has risen from what had happened, this is where we actually bring in the positivity and bring that like the Pacific Islanders. We all pick the mass up and let the canoe, let the va, let the sakman, take us forward in the direction of where we need to go. So this is going to be a great opportunity to showcase the beauty of this our beautiful island of Guam and the different cultures that we have.
Absolutely. So thanks so much, Sarge. Action. Thank you as always, bro.
Thank you.
All right. Cliff, thank you very much. Sir, thank you.
You're welcome.
Upward Bound, guys, thank you so much. You guys want to give a shout out? Woohoo! Do you want to cheer? Okay, well, you know what? Sometimes silence is better, especially because we're in front of the lights and we can't make too much. Do one of these right now. There, we'll go out of there. Okay, so thank you for streaming Crime Time right here. Thank you for starting your day. DK Women, everyone will get one of these, right? Everybody. Yeah. See, that's what being from Micronesia is all about. One love, one heartbeat, one family. Make sure to go out. The Wave is at 4:30 today. Show up at Dedido at 4:30 in the Wave, and then the town hall meeting is tonight. So we want to see you there. It's an opportunity to do some real good in our island community. Bye-bye. We'll see you guys next time.